Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I kind of put my lunch together to make it super protein packed and super easy. Now, I do this a lot for dinner too when I'm making it on the go. Family dinners get a little bit dicey because people want actual like structured things. So I tend to use the leftovers on lunches for myself. So this is kind of how it goes. The first thing I do is I always have a ground meat cooked in the fridge. So this week it is turkey. A lot of the time it's ground beef. I do it in the slow cooker and just use kind of a taco meat base. Sometimes it's ground chicken. Whatever protein I have in the fridge goes in. So I'm gonna put just enough of this in here in this lovely bowl. So super simple, putting that in first. Then I go for whatever starch, because I do normally have a starch for lunch. Now, my starch is normally cooked rice I have in the fridge from dinner last night, or roasted sweet potatoes. I'm obsessed with roasted sweet potatoes because they taste like candy to me. So that's what I have right now, and I'm just gonna put some of those in. You can obviously measure these things if you are tracking macros. I don't track macros, I just kind of eat. So I am on a lighter day today, which means I'm eating lighter on carbs because it is a light workout. On heavier workout days and running days, I eat more carbs. But again, I kind of just eyeball it all. I'm not big on weighing everything because as a mom, it's mind numbing. Vegetables. Today I've got some cut tomatoes and some cabbage slaw from an egg roll in a bowl we made the other night. A lot of the times I have roasted veggies in the fridge and I use that, but I don't today. So that's what I've got. And then I do normally just add in some greens too, just because I really like the color. And again, nutrients, right? So that's kind of the base of my bowl. And then I'm gonna toss all of this up. You can see how big it is. It's really, really simple. Then what I do is I like to take my fork out of there, and I'm gonna do a little bit of yogurt. So sometimes if I have it, I'll use a lactose-free yogurt. I'm dairy-free, but I can get away with a tiny bit of lactose-free yogurt. Or I use a dairy-free Greek yogurt. All right, both kind of work. And then I am a mustard person, so I'm gonna put some mustard on top of that. And I'm just gonna mix it all together. So it's kind of creamy. It's got a little bit of tang from the mustard. And depending on what vegetables you put in, that's gonna pull out too. So you can see it's kind of like creamy deliciousness here. It's a huge bowl. And then as a final topping, especially for lunch, I'm a kimchi person because gut health and all that fun, and it's just yummy. So I'm gonna throw in a tablespoon of that. I do like to add avocado to my lunch a lot, but I don't have any today. So I'll have some nuts later on, call it a win on fats. And then that's what I've got, is this ginormous protein-packed bowl that took about 2 seconds to make because I really just made it with leftovers. So what I have found, especially with moms, is when you stop trying to make actual meals, I think I have to make a stir fry, I have to make meatloaf, I have to make shepherd's pie. When you stop trying to make actual meals and you just put everything into a bowl and figure it out, everything just becomes a little bit easier.